Cool.
Right.
Yeah, we're still green. As soon as that 964's gone past, we're good to go. Yeah. So sometimes it gets a little bit slippery here on the exit of the pit lane. And then we can start to build up a little bit of speed as we start to join the circuit. That's it, yeah, keeping to the right hand side as we do join the track. There's a car just coming around the outside, I think. Yeah, he's gone now. So keeping right, first corner we've got coming up is Maggotts Beck. It's a very fast entry to us on the left-right chicane. So we're just going to wait. Now we're going to turn it in nice and tight to the inside to open up the right, brake in a straight line. Release the brake and turn through the right, balance the throttle and let the car run to the middle, yeah, maybe a little bit even left of the middle. Another brake here for the left, and we kind of sacrifice this left in the middle to get a really good entry to the right. So just wait, now start to turn, really tight in, look up at the exit, feed in the throttle and use all that track towards the curve, unwind the lock and using all the road, feed in the gas now all the way through this left, and again, using all the track, the more track we use, the more stable the car is going to be. Good. Fifth, one car behind, keep right, let's let go. Then coming back across towards the left hand side, heading down towards Stone. Long sweeping right hand, and we're going to just take the normal dry line for this lap. So we're going to have it on the brakes, drop it down into fourth gear, keep into the left, looking into the long right, release the brake, gently progressively turn in. Really late apex on the inside, that's it. Look up towards the exit, start to squeeze some power, let it run out towards the left, straighten the steering, feed the throttle in now. Across towards the right, keep going, keep it going, next corner, sharp left, third gear, so braking hard, down to fourth, down to third, keep the brakes on, looking through, keep braking, now releasing as we turn, tighten through the left, again we're trying to open up the entry to the right, that's it, now into the right, let the car run out towards the curb on the left hand side, we're going to keep it out wide towards the left, we're going to hold it there, wait for it, now start to turn through the right, look up at the exit, using all the track to the left and feed the throttle in, go, feed the power, got a bit more throttle on now, keeping it left fourth, stay in fourth gear, next corner's a fast right-hander coming up at Abbey, when we get to the curb, good reference, now start to brake, release the brake, now start to turn, look up the hill, little bit of gas, a little bit of throttle, just to keep the car stable, that's it, yeah, let it run wide, let it run, so we carry an entry speed, then through this left again, just keep a balanced throttle, keep the car stable, let it run to the middle, but then we must come back to the left to set ourselves up for the hairpin right, brake hard, third gear, looking in, wait for it, now start to turn, off the brake, tight in, use about 50% width, but then come back across to the right, hairpin left, so we're going to have a brake here, look through, off the brake, turn, tight into the inside, look up at the exit, once we can start to straighten, now we can start to feed in the gas, good, keep it right, keep to the right, wait for it, now turn, tight in through the left, good, and then feed in the throttle, using all the track out wide, back on the gas again, up to fourth, good, keep to the right, as we head down the Wellington straight, we've now got this corner of Brooklands, which is a left that tightens up, when we get to the curb, again, curb, good brake reference, down to fourth gear, keep to the right, looking in, release the brake, wait, now start to turn, progressively add the lock, and just keep tightening in, look up at the exit, good, start to unwind the lock, now a bit of gas, and then we're going to need third gear for the long right hander. So we have two apexes here, one at the start of the curve, hold this line, and now tighten up, look up at the exit so that we can get a nice straight line now. Straighten the steering, feed in the throttle, use all the track towards the white line there, keep it going, start to turn now through this fast sweeping right hander, got a car coming up behind, so we're just going to keep to the right hand side, let them go, I can't see what it is. Back across to the left now for Cop. Stay in fourth gear. Good. Speed's alright actually. Off the brakes, just turn now. Through the right, look up at the exit. Start to let the car run out wide. A little bit of throttle gone, so we keep turn with a little bit of throttle, just to keep the rear stable. Let it run to the middle, good, wait for it, speed's alright, just keep it in tight, sacrifice this left, and again we open the entry to the right, wait, now turn into the right, already look up at the exit, we know we're going to make the apex, feed in the power, and use that track towards the left, go on, accelerating away, give it a bit more welly now as we head out onto the straight, using all the track, go on, using a few more revs now, good, keep it going, fifth, good, keep accelerating, down towards the long right hander at onto the brakes in a straight line, into fourth gear, that's good, we get all our braking, all our gear changing done, releasing the brake pressure, look in, wait, now we start to turn here, we don't want to go in too early, keep it in tight to the inside, look up at the exit, start to feed in the throttle, and let the car run wide, straighten that steering out, good, keep feeding that gas, over to the right hand side, good, keep it going, got tight left hander ahead, braking nice and hard, down to third gear, keep the brakes on, wait for it, in nice and tight, keep it in, that's going to open up the entry into this right, go through the first right, heading out wide towards the left hand, that's it, keep it out towards the left, wait for it, now start to tighten it up, good, hold that speed, look up at the exit, straighten the steering first, then feed in the gas, go, yeah, let them go past, back to the left, up to fourth, fast right hander Abbey, keep the power, little brake at the curb, good, off the brake now, turn in, balance the throttle, a little bit of throttle, although it feels wrong, is going to keep the car more stable, it puts the weight over the back end, and again, keep a constant throttle through here, we'll let the BM behind come through, so keep right, just indicate, let them go, and then we're going to come back to the left, we've got a hairpin to the right, braking down to third gear, get all our speed off, release the brake pressure, now turn in, good, little bit of gas as we exit this hairpin, come back across towards the right for the hairpin to the left, speed's okay, in nice and tight, look up at the exit, start to straighten first, start to feed in the power, keep to the right hand side, fast left, good, start to turn in, we can see all the way here through to the exit, feeding the power in, go on, keep going, feeding the gas, good, keep right, one car overtaking, let it go through as well, on power, good, keep it going, down towards Brooklyn to the left, that's going to tighten up, curbs a good brake reference at the curb, start to brake, we'll drop to third gear this time, it was a bit low in the rev range last time, release the brakes, gently start to turn it in, we keep tightening the wheel all the way into the apex, keep tightening it up, good, then untighten and use all the road and just dive in straight away, and then let the car run towards the middle, that's it, that's alright, minimum speed here, tighten it up, and then start to feed in the throttle now as we straighten the car up, straight, then feed the gas, that's it, good, fourth, start turning it in, good, keep that gas all the way through here, let the car run out towards the left, keeping it to the left as we head towards Cops, stay in fourth gear, no need to change any gears, keep it going, brake nice and firm initially, a bit harder, then releasing the brake, then turn, balance the throttle now, let the car run out towards the left, that's it, let it run wide, back on the gas, over towards the right, let the BM through, keeping to the right hand side, as we head up towards the Beckett's complex, so keep it right, wait for the turn in, wait, now turn tight in through the left, good, little dab of brake, off the brake through the right, balance the throttle, let the car run towards the middle, good, keep it going, now tight in, we sacrifice this left, we want to keep it into the left hand side to open the right, keep left, wait for it, look in, now turn, good, and again, look up at the exit, start to straighten, use all the road, put the power on, got a bit more throttle, a bit more, keep it going, keep the power through the kink, use all the track, keep accelerating away, good, fifth, that's it, back across towards the left, stay on the throttle down towards the end of the hanger straight, keep going, now braking in a straight line, down to fourth gear, good, keep to the left, start to release the brake coming off, gently start to turn, balance the throttle, so we just have a bit of throttle to maintain speed, look towards the exit, start to let the car run out towards the left, bit of gas now, and then across towards the right, a very sharp 90-degree left-hander at Vale, so we're going to get nice and firm with the brakes, down to third gear, wait for the turn, wait for the end of the curve, now turn tight to the inside, that's it, open up the entry to the double right, through the first right, heading out towards the left-hand side, let it run, we'll let hair past after this. So keep it wide, wait for it. Now start to turn and just hold that there and hold that line, keeping it right, and let the cars behind come past. Back towards the left. Good. Keep it going past the GTR. Stay in 4th gear. Speed's good. Just turn off the brake. Balance the throttle. Got a little bit of power. Let the car run wide. Good. Let it run. Let it go wide. Wider we go there, the less loaded the tyre is. Through the left. That's it. Again, let it run towards the middle. We're going to bring the car back to the left-hand side. We've got the sharp hairpin right, so we brake, we change to 3rd, keep the brake, look in, release the brake, then we can turn. Good. A little bit of throttle on, bringing the car back across towards the right-hand side, and then on the brake, off the brake, and then tight for the hairpin to the left. Look up at the exit, straighten the steering out. Good. Keep it to the right. Now we go tight in through the left car. That's going to open up the exit, start to feed a bit of throttle as we straighten the steering. Keep it going. Good. Keep the power up to 4th. Close into the back of the Clio. Next corner, Brooklyn to the left that tightens up. Keep going up towards that curbing. On the brake in a straight line. Down into 3rd gear. Wait for it. Release the brake. Don't follow him. Now we're going to start to gently, progressively turn. He went a bit early. We're going to keep it in. You see how he's had to brake on the exit, which is exactly what we don't want to do. Good. Dive in. It's going to be quite slippery on the inside, but we're going to wait because our minimum speed's going to be here. We're going to tighten the steering up. We're going to keep to the right. We're going to let the Subaru past us. So keep to the right-hand side. Let him come past. Keep it right. He can overtake us on the left. That's it. Through this king. 4th gear is nice. Good. Keep feeding a little bit of throttle now as we head over towards the let the Clio pass it. That's fine. Goes back to the left-hand side, up towards Cops. Right-hander, quite fast. On the brake in 4th. Off the brake now. Start to turn. Off. A little bit of gas. Balance the throttle. Let the car run out wide. So we want to get our braking done in a nice straight line when it's wet. When it's dry, we can trail brake a little bit, but we can't really do that in the wet. Right. So we want to be off the brake pedal well before we start turning. We actually want a bit of balanced throttle. Through the left, tight in, keep it in, little dab of brake. Off the brakes, balance the throttle, then turn. That balanced throttle, put some weight over the rear, keep the rear stable and induce a bit of understeer. Keep it tight through this left. That's going to open up the entry into the next right. Wait for it. Now turn into the right, nice and tight. Look up at the exit. Start to straighten the steering up, feed in the throttle, and accelerate away. Go on, keep feeding the power out wide. Keep to the right. Let the Mazda pass. Good. Then across towards the left-hand side as we head down towards Stoke. Good. So we keep accelerating. Keep going down to the end. Brake in a straight line down to 4th gear. Keep to the left. Start to come off the brakes now. Wait for it off. Now we start to turn with a balanced throttle. Maintain speed. Keep it in tight. Look up at the exit. Start to straighten the steering out. Start to feed the throttle. Use all the track. Coming back across to the right now as we head up towards Vale. Very sharp 90-degree left. We're going to brake hard into 3rd gear. Keep the brakes on. Keep braking. Get it slow. Releasing the brakers. Then we turn. That's it. And we get tight in. Open the entry into this right. Now go into the right. Using all the road. Heading out wide towards the left-hand side. Keep it left. That speed's good. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. So a little bit early, just hold it there.
I realised that.
That's okay, don't worry about the car behind, he's going to overtake now, we're just going to stay right. And then we can come back towards the left-hand side. Keep it left, very fast right-hander ahead, so follow his line here, little dab brake. Off the brakes, we turn it in, balance the throttle. Do you see how he carries the speed out nice and wide? That's it. Keep that same speed now through this left, and just let the car run out. So 3/4 width, back across to the left, hairpin right, brake hard, 3rd gear, keep braking, get it slow, look into the corner, start to turn, off the brake now, good, little bit of gas as we exit, bringing it back across to the right, hairpin left, braking, wait for it, off the brake, in nice and tight, good, and then straighten it out, it's alright, just feeling the car, starting to brake traction, you can see where the limit of the tyre grip is, in tight through the left, and then start to feed in the gas and straighten it up. One car coming past. It's good. So heading down towards Brooklands is going to tighten release the brake, start turning in.
I want ceramics.
No, you don't. You want some Michelin Pilot Sports.
Pilot Sports, yeah.
Down to third. There's no advantage of having ceramics on a day.
Is there not?
Not really, no. Keep it in tight. Good. Look up at the exit. Start to straighten the steering out. Good. Accelerating now. Feeding in that gas. Keep to the left-hand side. Wait for it. Now gently start bringing it into the inside. Good. Fourth gear. Spot on. Keep feeding that gas as we head out wide towards the left-hand side. No one behind us. Stay in fourth as we head down towards Cops. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Braking now in a straight line. Keep braking. A bit harder. Keep braking. Good. Release the brake. Then turn. Balance the throttle. A little bit of throttle. Head out wide towards the left. Let it run all the way out wide there. Much better. Much better on the brakes. You know, if you're activating the ABS, it's nothing to be worried about. The car's going to keep in a straight line. Back across to the right hand side. Heading up towards Magnus Beckett. Speed's nice. Off the brakes. Wait for it. Now turn. Nice and tight into the left. Get in there. And then we do our brake here. Good. Off the brake. Now turn. With a little bit of throttle. Got a little bit of throttle just to let the car run into the middle. And then we sacrifice the left. So a little dab of brake. Keep it in tight to the left. That's going to open up the entry into this right. Wait for it. Now in. Look up at the exit already. We're going to make the apex. Feed in the throttle. Straighten it out. Let it run wide. So the reason the car slid a little bit there is you came out of the throttle.
Oh, really?
Released off the gas.
Oh, God.
We'll have a chat about that when we get back into the pits.
Okay.
Up to fifth. Red lights are on. So we're going to have to head back to the pits anyway. But we can keep going for the minute. We're all right. We're all good.
When it's red flag, what sort of speed are you supposed to be doing?
So you can't dawdle back, but you've got to be doing a speed.
You've got to get back as quick as possible, but
not putting anyone at risk. Not putting, not nowhere near the limit of going off. But the speed we're doing now, this is absolutely perfect.
Fine.
Like, swiftly getting back, but not fast. If you know what I mean. So sharp left-hander coming up at Vale, braking nice and hard, down to third gear. Keep the brakes on, keep slowing. Now start to turn in nice and tight through the left. That's going to open up this double righter club through the first right, heading out wide towards the left. Now we turned in a bit early here last time, so we're going to keep it wide, hold that speed. We're going to wait, we're going to wait, we're going to wait. Now we turn, because that way we open the exit. We can now straighten and feed the throttle in more effectively. Keeping it left up to fourth, good. Keep accelerating down towards this fast right-hander. Curbs a good brake reference. We brake here early, we come off the brake, we balance the throttle, then we turn and just let the car run nice and wide. That's it, good, spot on. And then again, we hold a constant speed through this left-hander, let the car run to the middle so we're not overloading the tyre too much. Bring it gently to the left, hard initial braking into third gear, keep the brake, wait for it, release the brake as we turn in, good. A little bit of throttle. Bring it back across to the right. Good. Little brake, off the brake, in nice and tight through the left. That's it. And then we're going to straighten the steering out, feeding in some gas, keeping over to the right hand side. We've got this left hander coming up. Now turn nice and tight in. Look up and think about the exit. Straighten up. And you can see now this is where the red flag is up ahead. We've got red and yellow to show that this is where the or whoever stopped or whatever it is. And then that, as you can quite see,
gone straight on, isn't he?
yeah, exactly. It's locked up straight in the gravel there. It is particularly slippery today.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's it. So here's good. Just progressively winding the steering lock in. We're a little bit early here because you're going to have to turn again, and that's what we don't want.
I noticed that. Yeah.
So if you turn twice, you're doing you're loading the car up once, and then you're giving it a second load, and that's where it can get unstable. Yeah. So this time, obviously, we're come back to the pits.
And then we go in again.
Yeah, and all we're trying to do there is a double apex. Almost like the corner's a long semicircle. Yeah, it's 180 degrees, say, and we want to draw like almost a triangle.
Yes.
So we carry a bit of speed in a straight line, then we get it turned in the middle of the corner, and then we've got a straight line exit. Yep. If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, we'll park up back at the garage and then we'll have a quick talk about a little bit of technique, and then head back out and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Cheers.
What were you, number 6, right?
6, yeah, the last one. Brilliant.